basically military core values.
Okay.
And he's an Army veteran. So he wanted to put that out there to let people know. I mean, you're inviting people into your home to take away things you don't want anymore. It's a little stressful.
It can be, I'm sure.
At times. So we want to really push these values on people like, hey, this is how we manage our company. And it kind of eases people into it a little bit.
Because when you talk about it can be stressful or maybe upsetting. Sometimes it could be for different reasons when you're cleaning out a home. They could have lost a loved one, correct?
Yeah.
I don't know if you do foreclosures or stuff, but still it can be difficult situations. And like you said, you're touching people's possessions. And so I think that's a great model of this company. I think that's pretty impressive, you know. Do you have any funny stories at all?
Not that I can share on the radio.
Come on.
What
come on,
have
Wade.
you
I'm
found
sure
at a house?
Put it this way, and whatever your imagination can go to, we've found.
Really?
And we'll leave it at that.
Are those in like
Okay.
foreclosure houses and stuff?
Everything. I mean,
not even necessarily.
just from like even just downsizing to people moving out.
Yep.
I think the moving situation gets people so wrapped up they might forget to check that one little area or two, and
my Lord, I can't imagine, but that's okay.
Yeah.
Maybe you can tell me when we go to a break.
we'll have an off-air conversation.
We'll have an
about that
off-air
one.
conversation,
No, I mean it's pretty. The biggest things we do are, I mean, people don't know how to move their furniture and their bigger items and stuff like that. So that's probably our largest thing that we do. You know,
like what do you mean?
I mean, so if you're getting new couches and new beds and stuff like that, people don't necessarily know how to get rid of them, or if they just drive a small car, it's not like they can throw them in the
Or
bed
if
of
the
their
company
truck.
they bought it from doesn't take the old stuff back.
Right.
Yeah.
Sometimes
and a
they
lot of
don't
them
do that.
don't
No, they
anymore.
don't anymore.
Yeah.
I know.
A lot of companies used to take them, but they would take them for free, and then they're hemorrhaging money because disposal's not cheap.
No, it's not.
So they were losing a lot of their money in labor and disposal costs.
Yep.
And since a lot of them stopped doing that, their businesses are doing better, and subsequently so is mine. But
Yeah, right.
So you how many employees do you have now?
I got 2 full-time and 1 part-time.
That's great.
I've got a handful of guys I can kind of pick from.
Yep.
Occasional workers that can help me out, but we keep a small crew because I want to keep the guys getting as many hours as they can.
And you're particular about their ability to be respectful,
Yes.
right?
Yeah. So we don't have to hire veterans. That's not part of the company of the company model. I prefer to hire veterans just because of the like mindset, and I do have a couple of my occasional guys. But even my full-time guys, they're directly related to veterans. So they've been around military mindset their whole life. So even though some of them have never been in before, like both of their parents, have been in, and grandparents and things like that. So they still get
understand
the
that.
lean forward into a challenge attitude that we have.
Now, how do they get in touch with you?
We got a lot of ways you can get in touch with us. Our national number is 844-GET-JDOG. You call in and put your zip code in, it brings you right to me.
Oh, nice.
Or you just call our local number at 378-0718.
And then you can also go to the Westfield Chamber's website, which you're on as well.
Yep.
Or you can call the Chamber, and we would also, because you're our only company with this type of service right now. We do have My Box that came in, but I'm not sure if you're familiar with My Box, but they have they have the big containers.
Oh yeah, they do roll-offs and stuff. Containers.
So it's a little bit different model and
Like a pod type of thing.
Yes, you'll be able to meet them. They're coming out in our the After 5 Connection at Betts on May 20th.
Oh yeah,
they're going to have their box. They'll have their box there. You guys should chat.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because you never know what connections you can make. I mean, I always stress this, and as you know, as a chamber member, it's about making those connections. You never know how one can lead to another, to another, to another. And it's nice when companies that are either similar, they can help each other too. You never know. And I know you've experienced that.
Yeah, and it's funny, instead of looking at it as like competition,
Right.
like I talked to Liz from Paradise.
Yeah, guys,
Cleaners.
isn't she
Yeah,
great?
they're fantastic.
She's great.
So like we've kind of talked about how our business ventures have gone together and maybe doing some sort of work together, things like that.
Well, I have to share a little story with you. So I went couch shopping for my son and daughter-in-law, and we went to like 5 furniture stores in the area. And I'll give an unsolicited, promotion for Raymore and Flanagan, because we went over to their outlet store. We looked at some of the furniture there, and they mentioned your company.
Yep.
It's like, what? I said, I know Wade. Yep. So you have a relationship with them? Well, how'd that?
We do. So since they're one of the companies I was talking about that stopped doing removal of items, because it was just to get rid of one piece at a time is expensive. And then to make it worth it, they were just holding on to all these old couches and furniture. So they got sick of doing it. So now if you go to Raymore and Flanagan and say, hey, I want to buy a couch, they'll ask about your old one, and then they'll hand you one of my cards and say, here, call J-Dog. He'll get rid of your old one. And we kind of just try and time our schedules up.
For their delivery, then you're the removal of the other one.
Yeah, so there's been a couple times we've gotten lucky. I've been walking out of the front of a house with a couch, and they pull right up with the new one.
Boy, is that timing.
Oh, homeowners love that kind of stuff. They
I bet they do.
It's like, yeah, we planned that the whole time.
It's kind of like when you have to get service for like your internet, your communication companies. It's like, they give you that. There used to be a 4-hour window. I'm like, oh, that's painful. Now I know that some have changed it to 2 hours, but that's tough. That's tough for consumer, Okay, we're going to take a break. We'll be right back. Chamber Chatter.
Support for the community programming of WSKB is provided by the Barnes & Noble College Bookstore in the Ely Campus Center, offering Westfield State T-shirts, sweatshirts, and gift merchandise. All of your academic needs, and offering textbook materials in new, used, ebook, and rental formats. Available at the bookstore on campus or online at westfieldstate.bncollege.com.
Give a Hoot Day 2019. Fellow Westfield State students and alumni, please join us for this year's Give a Hoot Day on April 10th and 11th. The Give a Hoot event plans to focus 1,839 minutes of their efforts on encouraging donor participation in support of securing the best possible future for the university as well as its current students. This year, Give a Hoot Day is putting emphasis on increasing student participation with the event. For Give a Hoot Day, donation jars will be located in both Wilson Cafe and the Dining Commons, one for each class, as a fun way to raise money for the university. When placing a donation, students will have the chance to write down their name and graduation year. The class with the most students who participated will win a cash prize for their class council. Hashtag Give a Hoot Day will be held on April 10th and 11th this year at Westfield State University. We are encouraging all students to wear their Westfield State University gear on these days to help showcase their school pride and sense of community.
We thank the generosity of our underwriters. For more information, please contact the Westfield State Foundation at 413-572-8646. Wednesday mornings start off right from 6 to 8 a.m. with Tina Gorman and Wake Up Wednesday.
Community Radio
89.5 WSKB. Live from the campus of Westfield State University, this is 89.5 FM WSKB Westfield.
And welcome back to Chamber Chatter. I'm Kate Phelan, Executive Director of the Chamber. And with us this morning, we had Wade Ribas, if you're just joining us. And offline, we were talking, Pete, about you might have some questions for Wade about a job.
Yeah, I'm auditioning him for a job here.
Okay, so
no pressure, right?
No pressure. Ask away. Ask away. What do you want to know?
So when somebody calls you, what happens? They just call you out of the blue going, I think I got a job for you.
Yeah, and so I'll try and get a feel sort of over the phone. I'll be like, hey, what kind of stuff you got? Yep. And most people go, I don't know, stuff. I got
an old 27-inch TV. Yeah. I got some old DJ lights, a couple of tables. Yeah. There's a picnic table in my basement, and my landlord doesn't even know how it got there.
Wow.
He says, you can remove it. It's good. It's going to go.
It's going to go.
Cool.
I have an old office desk. I have.
Nice.
I'm kidding.
Clean it.
So
Yeah.
you don't know until you actually go through and look at what's going to be removed, how many hours it's going to take.
Yeah, exactly.
What your routes of
manpower
egress are.
Yeah. So it's not like we've got a generic price for stuff. So I always just show up, and I'll take a walk through it with you and give you like the best pricing options and see what our ways in and out are going to be. See if I got to cut anything apart.
Right. That's what I'm saying. You have to cut stuff in place.
Yeah.
To get it out.
You have tools?
We do.
Oh, well, cool.
I mean, some stuff was assembled in a spot. Like if you had an office desk in the basement,
that's true.
It might have been assembled down in the basement in parts.
Maybe they built a picnic table down there.
He doesn't know how it got there, and he says it can go.
Wow.
But then there's all kinds of junk that's accumulated on it that also needs to go.
Of course, it's another shelf.
There's
storage area.
There's an old train set that never got dealt with, and maybe put up once or twice, and then sat there for 10 years.
Wow.
Anything that's been there for over 3 to 5 years is going to go.
Pete. Yeah, good for you. It's a good feeling.
Yeah. I tell you, if you can run your hand across something and wipe off like a 1/4 inch of dust, you probably don't need it anymore.
Right.
I'd probably take care of that for you, but it's a little easier for some people than others.
Well, they say, like, for organizers, people that do professional organizing, they say if you haven't touched something in 6 months, to get rid of it.
I'm going 3 years.
But, I mean, obviously seasonal stuff. Obviously, there's some stuff that you use seasonally. But I'm just saying, they say that for clothes and for just stuff. If you haven't picked it up in 6 months, you probably won't.
Yeah. If you look at a box and you have no idea what's in it, you can live without it. Get that space back.
Yeah.
But so I had to get kind of like back to your question. It's like you'd call me up, give me a general idea of what you got, and I'd set an appointment. Come out, meet you, take a look at it, walk around the house, figure out how we're going to get rid of everything. And then we try and find a time on the schedule that works for you. So I'll sit there and open up my schedule right in front of you. I say, hey, what days or times do you like? We can try and work with you as best we can. I mean,
are there any items you don't take?
Only chemicals. So just hazardous stuff. So no paints, solvents, cleaners, things like that.
Any paints that are still fluid?
Yeah, paints that are still fluid. If you got like dried up paint cans and things like that, we could take the dried up stuff. But.
All right, good to know. We talked about
that. So if you have that 1/4 inch of paint that's like rock solid,
yeah.
If you have almost a 3/4 of can of paint, it's never going to completely solidify.
It won't solidify. No. Okay, that I've got to hang on to or kitty litter.
There's places for that down in East Main Street too.
I know. They were a chamber member, but it's so hard to communicate with them.
They have strange hours.
They do. They're not here every day. I mean, I wish them well. I mean, I'm not being, negative about their company. They have a great service.
But do you take like old computer parts, CRTs?
Yep. E-waste. We take all your electronic waste. We take TVs and monitors and computers and things like that. And we try and turn them in to e-waste recyclers and things like that. But everything we touch gets recycled or reused in some capacity.
We haven't even talked about that, which is that's huge.
Yeah.
So let's say that again.
So basically we've never been to either the local area landfills, like no Chicopee landfill, no Bondi's Island. We only go to recycle centers. Lots of donations. We've probably brought about over 25 tons of stuff to Habitat for Humanity to restore here in Westfield.
Isn't that wonderful? And didn't you work with Homeward Vets?
We did. Last October, we did a huge donation drive for Homeward Vets. So we kind of set up shop in the parking lot by the Shortstop Bar and Grill and Expert Fitness there. And we figured we were going to get like 1 trailer load, maybe over 4 trailer loads and over $1,000 cash.
Nice.
We brought out to Homeward Vets.
And that was our dear friend Dave Felty.
Yeah,
I know Dave. Yep.
All right. So
hope you're listening, Dave.
So you're doing the walkthrough. Do you tag stuff as you're going along to help the crew out?
So we'll usually ask the customers like, hey, like what out of this are you keeping and what's going? So if they have some stuff that they're keeping, we usually mark it with like a strip of blue tape or something like that, like the blue painter's tape. So that's kind of like the flag to our guys right away, like, hey, don't touch that. Just a little strip of tape. And we always ask a ton of questions when we're there at the homeowner. So like a lot of times we'll find like photo albums. Hey, do you want these?
Yeah,
or, hey, this looks like it could be worth a lot of money. Do you want to make sure you hold on to this? We don't just grab the whole pile and go. We're paying attention to what we're moving. So, people aren't losing some valuables accidentally.
So after the walkthrough, you go back to your shop, look at your notes, and you come up with an estimate.
Yeah, so usually I can give an estimate right about there, and I kind of give a little bit of a range because people like to add on. Removal's infectious. It really is. I mean, it's just kind of like the hoarding. When people hold on to stuff, it's once they start going, we try and be flexible too. And they're like, oh, hey, can you take this little pile over here? Can you take this little pile over here? So when I show up and do my estimates, I usually give you like a range and say, hey, you're going to be right around this. We load it up, and sometimes we load up even tighter than we'd originally planned, and that'll drive the cost down. And people love that.
Yeah, of course.
Because it goes by load, right?
Yeah. So I'll be like, hey, you're going to take about like half of our trailer. You could possibly be this much. But if I make it smaller than that, goes down in price.
Goes down. Now, one, Pete, you may or may not know, but J-Dog helped with a Earth Cleanup Day last year. And that was really, and you got permission, I think, to use the for the city.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so when we do stuff for the city, they'll let us into Twist Street.
Yeah, so that was our Earth. So we're doing it again this year.
Yes.
And it's April 27th. And we're going to try to put a chamber team together. I want to get T-shirts. And
nice.
Yeah, we had a great time. It was a lot of fun. And of course, it's cleaning up our city, so which is always a good feeling. And we're trying to, we want to make this like citywide and including the residents. If everybody got out that day and just started to clean up, and it's kind of a fun, you're all involved together, whether it's a residence or a business, and we meet down at the Mason Lodge there on Broad Street, 8 o'clock in the morning. We get our teams together, our garbage bags and gloves, and I want to give a shout out to the City of Westfield, Karen Lay, for the Conservation Commission. And then we go back and have hot dogs and hamburgers when we're done about 12 o'clock. Yeah. And
it's kind of a good, what I call a put your money where your mouth is sort of day, because everyone's always like, there's so much stuff around. It's like, well, this is when we're cleaning it up.
This is when we're cleaning it up. Yeah. So, and so I want to thank you again for helping out this year.
Yeah, we'll be doing it again for sure.
Yeah. So, and hopefully we always pray for no rain, because it's kind of not fun in the rain.
No.
but we will.
Nothing outdoors is necessarily fun in the rain.
That's true. Well, it depends on what you're doing, I guess. But not cleaning up garbage in the rain.
Your volunteer pool gets a lot smaller in the rain.
A little bit. And it cuts the day a little bit shorter if people aren't out as long, So, but we're excited about that. And then actually just prior to Earth Cleanup, actually it's right after that. So Earth Cleanup Day is on Saturday. We're doing our on Tuesday will be our market sip and shop, which I know you participated
that was a fun
last year. Yep. So this is a very, very cool event for our chamber members and non-members. We partner with the town of Southwick, and it used to be the Southwick Home to Business Show, and then we revamped it. And we call it Market Sip and Shop. It's free to the public to come, and they can really shop local businesses. Vendors can sell their services and products, and you can sip while you're shopping.
Yeah, we sponsored the bar last year.
You did. And we've got another chamber member. I don't know if you know Tom Lamica. Yeah, he's going to be doing the DJing. So
nice.
He'll be there. Yep, he agreed to do it. I just spoke to him yesterday, so that'll be nice. Some nice background music, and then if we have. Maybe we could do some live rap. He'll have the speaker there. We can, get the crowd. But didn't it look beautiful? It was so much fun.
It was great, and it was a lot bigger than I was anticipating. I knew it was a great big place, and I saw how many vendors were there. I was like, wow.
It was really exciting, and so we want the public to come. It's April 30th. We did change the time, so it was a little bit later, so 5 to 7:30, and so people can come and shop and sip and have some appetizers and look at some local businesses. So we kind of changed it up for our chamber. We allowed our members to sell. They can actually sell their stuff, products and services that day. So we're excited about that. So hopefully you can participate again, and we look forward to that event. And we're ready for a break or keep on going.
No, you can take a break.
Let's have some music. We'll be.
The World Wrestling Federation, for over 50 years, the revolutionary force in sports entertainment.
Well, I started this dance in my neighborhood. Now everybody's doing it because it feels so good. All you need is a partner that know how to move, and the rest is real easy. Just dig the groove. And when you get yourself started, it's hard to stop. You just go for your partners, you know what? And then you GRABTAGMCAKES. Grab them cakes.
Oh, what's that all you do?
Grab them cakes.
And listen, I don't care what it takes.
Grab them cakes.
Oh, I feel when you do it to me.
Grab them cakes. Oh, yeah. This is the old talking to your mama. Live and it's sure enough living color. Well, you move to the left, or then you move to the right, and then you squeeze your partner with all your might, or then you let your man loose, and then you turn him on out. Do you do your thing? Just scream and shout. And you get yourself started, it's hard to stop. You just go for your partners, you know what? And then you GRABTHGMCAKS. Grab them cakes. Grab them cakes.
We don't care what it takes.
Grab them cakes.
Feel it when you do it to me.
Grab them cakes.
Come on,
Oh, but it sounds a little bit like the Wolfman again. No, but it's the dog, baby. 310 pounds and nothing but twisted still. A little bit of something, baby. I'm bumping at the moon. Get that left leg going, baby. And then your right. You got it. You get yourself started, it's hard to stop. Just go for your partners, you know what? And then you GRABTHGMCAKS. Grab them cakes. Oh, is that all you do? I said grab them cakes.
you don't care what it takes.
Grab them cakes. Oh, what a feeling when you do it to me. Just grab them cakes. All the kids are doing it. All the kids are doing it. Grab them cakes. The whole world is doing it. Hey, grab them cakes. Look at me, look at me, look at me. Grab them cakes. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Grab them cakes. Get it together, baby. Grab them cakes. All the way from New York City. Grab them cakes. Back to Louisiana. Grab them cakes. Instead of so nice, you had to make it twice. Grab them cakes. New York, New York, New York, New York, New York. Grab them cakes.
Support for the community programming of WSKB is provided by Westfield Bank. For more than 160 years, Westfield Bank has been an important community presence and commercial leader in the Pioneer Valley. With convenient full banking services in Westfield, West Springfield, East Longmeadow, Agawam, Feeding Hills, Springfield, Southwick, as well as Enfield and Granby, Connecticut, visit us on the web at westfieldbank.org. We thank the generosity of our underwriters. For more information, please contact the Westfield State Foundation at 413-572-8646.
It's Tuesday morning from 6 till 8. Wow, it's Tuesday with Bob Plass.
Community Radio.
89.5 WSKB.
Live from the campus of Westfield State University, this is 89.5 FM, WSKB, Westfield.
And we are on the last leg of almost the last leg of our chamber chatter. Hey, Wade. Oh, my God. Selfies. Yay. Kate Phelan, director of the Westfield Chamber. He threw me off with that selfie. Oh, my God. Some people are just like all over that, which is like whatever, thank you for that. So with us this morning, we have Wade Rivas from J-Dog Junk Haul Removal. And
the name changes every time.
I know. It's
I'll put the card right for you. There you go.
I know. It's junk removal and hauling.
There we go.
So you have to remove it first.
It's a long business name.
Well, you have to remove it first before you haul it. That's what I have to think about.
Perfect.
Right?
Yep.
How's that?
Exactly.
Right. So, Wade, I understand that you're married.
I am.
And you have twin.
I have twin 4-year-old girls.
Daughters.
Identical little bundles of joy.
Oh, twin daughters.
They're crazy.
Are they identical twins?
They are very identical.
And their names?
Rebecca and Emily.
Oh, and you can tell them apart. Of course, you're their dad.
I think they've changed names with each other like 10 times by now. But
oh, my God. That's hilarious.
I just go with hey, you.
Hey, you.
Hey, you.
They must. So
they're not creative enough to really mess with us yet. So if I call just one
will.
name, one will run out. Be like, gotcha.
Gotcha. Are they hard to tell apart?
I mean, not for us, obviously, but most people can't. Even some of their teachers still that they've had for over a year now can't tell them apart. Whenever I walk in with them into school, they'll make them stand there and they'll just stare at them.
Oh, which one's Emily?
You're Emily, and if they get the name wrong, the kid will pout.
Oh, they get up. Oh,
yeah. Some days they'll laugh. Some days they get a little cranky. They're not morning kids.
They're not morning kids. Well,
No.
at least you know that about them.
Yeah. Yeah.
So they're not in school.
They're in preschool. They go to preschool at Roots in Hampton Ponds.
Good.
And they'll be going to St. Mary's in September.
Wonderful. That's great.
Yeah, we did the open house at St. Mary's a couple weeks ago.
Good.
I met with everyone there, and they loved it. 'Cause they have music classes, like a huge music room.
Oh.
Like, Daddy, we get to play a piano. I was like, oh, that poor piano is going to be destroyed.
So do they do any sports?
No, they
Not
did.
yet?
They did dance for a while, but
nice.
it was like a little early on the weekends for them. And like I said, they're not morning kids.
Yeah.
Like they wake up early now, but they wake up with a little like, I need a coffee, sort of deal. And no, I don't feed my 4-year-olds coffee.
No. And I've met your wife. I believe it's Jamie.
Jamie. Yep.
Yes. Ooh. I try to remember so many people's names. I really make a point to try to do that.
She was just texting me, so I don't know if she's listening now.
Oh. She can call in. Have her call in. We never get any calls, Pete.
We don't. People just listen. Like
They
somebody
listen.
just texted me they're listening to you.
They are?
And I got another lead for you on another show. So
Oh, awesome.
somebody wants to be on.
Okay. That's awesome.
Yeah.
We love having guests. I'm booking out for the rest of the year, so
there you go.
we've got to fill up each month. So.
Okay.
Wait, I don't get to come back every week?
Oh, I'm not on weekly. Once
Monthly.
a month. Once a month. You can come on next year.
Perfect.
Okay. So what do you guys like to do for fun? I mean, I know it's tough with 4-year-olds, but do you...
I mean, yeah, right now it's pretty
It's
much
just
just focusing on
the
them.
kids
So, yeah,
and- yeah.
just hanging with the kids for the most part. I mean, we always try and steal the grandparents for the occasional date night. but-
Grandparents are local, I
Yeah,
hope?
my parents are local. She's from Rochester, New York.
Oh.
Kate, asking you shall receive. Go ahead, caller.
Oh.
Hi, it's Jillian. You guys wanted to call her.
Jillian, good morning.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good.
I get so excited when I hear from my chamber
Jillian's
members.
the
Can
owner
you
of
tell?
Rosewood.
Oh, Jillian. Hi, Jill.
Hi, Wade.
How are you?
See, everybody know. Isn't this great when you know each other? Yeah. I really think every chamber member should know every other chamber member. Wouldn't that be the coolest thing ever? So, Jillian, thanks for calling in.
Yeah, well, you wanted to call her. So
We
here
do,
I am.
and we want to get you on the radio.
Well, that was what I texted Pete, and I said, tell Kate I want to be on the next chamber chatter.
Okay, so are you available in May?
I can do May.
Okay, then there we go. So, wait, I'm sorry. Wait, April, because I skipped April for some reason, but we'll get you on. I'll call you offline.
I'll do April.
Okay.
She's missing the radio since George went off.
Well, April, I've got a little bit of a challenge. I have my board meeting from 8 to 9. I have to scoot right over from the board meeting.
Maybe she could host. Her and I could do the first couple of minutes.
Until I get here.
Yes.
Okay.
Uh-oh, that could be trouble.
That's okay.
We'll be fine.
Run.
Yeah. So Jillian Knapp is the owner of Rosewood. And thank you for calling in, Jillian. Do you have any questions for Wade?
No, just
Be
that
nice.
I absolutely love Wade.
Thank
He
you,
has
dear.
done so much for me in my business, and I do try to refer him to people. I know my mom, he took some stuff away from my mom not too long ago, too. So, I love Wade and
Thank you.
J-Dog.
That's wonderful. So on a side note, Jillian, did you get my blanket in yet for my...
I
Ooh.
just got it in last week, and I said to Billy, I said, we've got to put one of those aside for Kate.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay, now I've got a good reason to come down. I don't need a reason to come to your store. Your store is beautiful.
Thanks.
You're very welcome. So I'll be in, okay?
Sounds good.
Bye, Jill.
Bye.
Bye, Jillian. Pete, that was great. We got a caller.
There you go. Asking you shall receive.
Right? Oh my God, that is so funny. She's great. I'll tell you, she's really done a great job with that store.
Yeah, they have a ton of stuff there. It's
They
a
do.
really nice little place.
I can't go in there without buying something.
I have that problem too.
Because it's just, but when I go in there, I'm buying for other people because, like I said, I'm downsizing at this stage of my life, and but there's always someone in my life I can buy a present for. So, especially with that big grandbaby coming.
I know you're excited.
I am. Can you tell? I'm
Yeah,
very
a little bit.
excited.
She's beaming.
I'm actually excited about A, the gender, because we don't know, and then B, what's the name going to be?
Yeah.
Because they haven't shared any names with us yet. I have to talk to my son.
Naming is tough. I mean, me and my wife talked about that for a while.
It is hard, isn't it?
Yeah. We didn't want to go crazy with the names. But.
So with the twins, did you have the discussion about like similar names? You wanted them to completely different.
Well, yeah, we didn't want to do the
Mutt and Jeff,
the similar lane, like the similar. Yeah, right. We didn't want to do the similar names.
you know those.
My kids just got new
like
nicknames.
Mickey and Minnie. Mickey and
That's
Minnie.
it. I'm shutting my mic off.
Well, you could have had fun with it.
Hey, and you.
You could have had Moon and Shine.
Oh, jeez.
Right? I mean, I would have had fun with that. Just joking around. But,
yeah.
Right?
I'm not saying anything.
Pete, you've never seen this side of me, have you?
I'm staying out of it.
You
Are you taking cough medicine or anything?
No.
Okay.
I'm all, There's a side to me that a lot of people don't know. I'm just saying, I can have fun,
Andrea Allard generally brings that out of you. But anyway.
I know. I miss Andrea. I miss our show, Pete. Are you giving me? Are we doing something here?
About a minute or so.
Oh, we have another minute.
Just getting ready.
Oh, okay. My kids always tell me that they want to drive the J-Dog trucks when they're older, so that's kind of cool.
Oh, that is cool. Yeah. Hey, you should get them little military, the camouflage outfits.
They want dresses. They want little J-Dog dresses.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
There you go.
And like tutus and stuff.
There you go. Tutus.
That's my life right now is dresses and tutus.
Tutus.
The electric car all stickered?
Oh, yeah. It's the whole thing's wrapped.
There you go.
It's all camouflage.
It's all camouflage. You can't miss it. You've seen it, right, Pete?
I've seen his car. I'm talking about for his daughter.
Oh.
I'll get him a little Power Wheels. I'll wrap a Power Wheels.
There you go.
That'd be pretty cool.
That'd be very
make
cool.
It happen.
Be a great ad.
Yeah. There you go. I'll bring them to jobs and just have them drive around people's driveways while I'm cleaning the house out.
Yeah, and then you could get them the little bracelets, and you could promote going to preschool, like advertise.
There we go. Yeah, no kidding.
Free marketing.
My little bundles of marketing instead of job. Make daddy some money.
Make daddy some money.
They'd gladly wear it. What are you talking about?
They would.
They sound like they're supremely proud of you.
They would be.
Get them the hats, little.
Yeah.
Yeah,
they love it. They enjoy it. And every time we drive by the trailer, if it's parked out on Route 20, right next to Kelly's Home Goods, they'll
shameless plug.
There you go.
I'm not a chamber member.
That's all right. They're giving us
not
space.
Yet. Yeah. Oh, good.
But
good.
They always point at it. Daddy, your trailer's there.
Daddy, your trailer. Oh, how cute is that?
If we move it from one spot to one spot, they freak out.
Like, where'd it go?
Someone stole it. No,
Where'd it go?
No. Calm down. I don't think anyone's stealing that.
Oh, that's so cute.
That's not a challenge, people.
All right, so we'll be right back. Chamber Chatter.
Where the weeds eat up the rain. If you get anything there out of place, you know there's hell to pay. And he said, you're as sick as you are lovely. I was just a child, you see. That was my reality. He had a sick little girl, dirty and hard, with the best plate made of metal. She drives all day in a rusty Buick, and her feet don't reach the pedals. Got a jar of flies, a father's disguise, where his heart should be. Her mouth is sewn together. She screams with those eyes. She screams with those eyes. She's as sick, she is lovely, and in need of my hand. He uses his hands. He tells her, you are never worthy. She was all alone, you see. hatred is the curse of man. I will not feel unworthy, 'cause I have washed my hands, you see. That's my reality.
Support for the community programming of WSKB is provided by Comcast and Xfinity.com, offering Xfinity TV, Internet, home phone, and home security services. Information on all that Xfinity has to offer in the Westfield area is available online at Xfinity.com.
Underwriting support for the community programming of WSKB is provided by the Greater Westfield Chamber of Commerce, the voice of business for the Greater Westfield communities. Informing, educating, advocating, the Chamber provides opportunities for members to make meaningful connections on local, regional, and state levels. For more information on the Chamber's many events, workshops, and programs, as well as the benefits of membership, visit westfieldbiz.org. The Chamber focuses on the most important economy, yours. We thank the generosity of our underwriters. For more information, please contact the Westfield State Foundation at 413-572-8646. Discussions of local politics, events, happenings, and miscellany potpourri. Ken's Den, Tuesday, 8 to 10. Live from the campus of Westfield State University, this is 89.5 FM, WSKB, Westfield.
And welcome back to Chamber Chatter. I'm Kate Phelan. We've got a few more minutes with our guest, Wade Rivest. So, Wade, this Friday is our St. Patrick's Day breakfast.
Yeah.
We have over 150 people attending, which is a great turnout.
Including my 6 to 8 host, so he won't be here.
I know, Jay Paluca. We love Jay. So he's coming as part of the Westfield 350 group. And
I've been at his house, too.
Oh, you have? Oh, there you go. There
Did
you
you see
go.
all the lights?
Yeah, they're in my trailer now.
Oh, there you go. So let's see all these connections that you're making, Wade. But we love the St. Patrick's Day breakfast. We honor everyone Irish and everyone who's not Irish. We're all Irish that day. And we have a great program. So the breakfast is this Friday at Westfield State University in Scanlon Hall from 7 to 9 this Friday morning.
The breakfasts are always a great time.
Thank you.
I wish I could go to more of them.
Thank you.
Somebody's on the air.
I love putting them on. It's a great opportunity for the businesses to come together and network. And I typically try to have a business speaker. Of course, the St. Patrick's Day is focused on the Irish heritage and culture in our community. And Judge Graney, my dear friend, is our guest speaker, and he's going to share some, a sad Irish story, but, some history about being Irish, some Irish folks. But anyway, so that's Friday. And then I just wanted to go kind of cycle back to your franchise, how you said it was a no-brainer for you to get on board with this particular company. But maybe you want to just talk a little bit more about how, getting into the franchise business, and I know you have some expansion ideas. So.
Yeah. So, I get asked a lot, like, why did you go franchise instead of just doing this on your own? People are like, you could have just bought a truck and trailer and done this by yourself. I'm like, well, there's a lot of people that do that. And then if you're all right with sitting in that small niche local area and just word of mouth advertising, that's fine. But I wanted to be able to make it, a little bigger, a little more out there, a little more, I don't want to say reputable, but just,
have some backing.
More well heard of. Yeah, have some backing. And when I looked into the franchise, the business model's already made. The national advertising's already there. They don't give us anything. I still have to do all my own startup costs and research and things like that.
But creating the logo, creating the marketing
I'm not
verbiage.
that creative of a guy.
Right.
So it's like I couldn't come up with the name and the logo and the slogan and the bulldog and all that kind of stuff. So I went that route because it was just easier for me. And now I'll be able to expand past my local area a lot easier.
And
so
probably quicker than you anticipated because of the great startup experience that you had with this franchise.
And then, and they gave you a lot of coaching throughout the process.
Oh,
and
did.
I think that's what was one of my biggest pushes, because I'm a military mechanic for years.
Okay.
I'm not a business guy. I don't know what I'm doing. so they kind of were like, hey, you need to do this, and this to make sure that you stay legit, that you stay legal, and that.
When you say the coaching, though, was it on the phone?
No,
Skyping?
I took a trip down there.
Oh, you did?
I took a trip down to Barrow, Pennsylvania for a week after I bought my franchise, and they cover a ton in that week. I brought Brittany down with me.
Good.
Because my handwriting's too sloppy, so she took all my notes.
Okay.
Well, it's kind of like, here's what we've experienced.
Yeah.
Here's what you're going to go through.
Yeah. And I call them at least once a week. I call it on to like the national like director of operations, be like, hey, I'm seeing this. What should I do here? And they're kind of helping me along. So it makes it easier.
Right.
If you want to get into business, and you're looking into franchising, unless you have all that information or someone who owns a business already and can coach you through it, it just makes it easier because there's so many hoops to jump through.
Yeah, I wouldn't even, well, I was self-employed years, and I'm talking a long time ago, and it's such a challenge to get started, to get that branding and get that marketing out there. We struggled for several years before we really got known, and it's costly.
And branding and marketing is huge for a business. I mean, let's face it, junk removal is not exactly glamorous.
Right.
Right.
But necessary.
But it's very necessary.
Well, it's becoming more and more necessary now that there's less places to go.
Right. Yeah.
And people just don't have the time.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of people don't know you need the service till you really throw it out there at them. And if you don't know how to market and brand and expand your business that way, you're kind of just going to be stagnant. And that's what I want to avoid.
And you've made some great connections. I mean, like the one with Raymore and Flanagan. Any other great connections that you want to mention?
I mean, for us, our biggest connection is realtors.
Realtors
and property managers. If you have any sort of business where you're in people's homes, these are the guys you want to meet. I deal a lot with all of our local realtors.
Which are a lot of them are chamber members.
Union Crossing,
chamber members. Yep.
All of them, they're fantastic for us, and then they introduce you to more people. So it's going through the chambers initially, and meeting all these people, and then it just snowballs from there. And that was all at the suggestion of our franchise. And that's kind of how we got into it. They were like, hey, join your local chambers, make these connections, and then kind of like we were talking about before, I came in and met Kate. She's like, cool, meet this person, this person, this person, this person. And every time I go to an event,
you meet somebody new.
We do that new, and then I get to, put more of my marketing and advertising out there, and all just sort of ties in.
Right.
And if you're not making those pushes, you're going to sink.
Right. And I also want to thank you too. I know you've sponsored a couple of things for us through the chamber. And you've seen the value of sponsorships. Your logo gets out there, not just pre-event marketing, but at the event you get that recognition and more exposure. But I want to, I really appreciate your support too of the chamber, Wade, because
happy to do it.
It's a two-way street. You don't have to come to everything, which you've learned that.
Yeah.
Some people think, I can't go to all these events. Well, it's not every event. I just want to stress the fact that we put these events on. We give you opportunities. You don't have to come to every single one, but there's many, many opportunities for you to find something to come to where you can make these connections.
And I've explained that to a couple other small businesses. They're like, I don't know if I could join the chamber. I don't have all this time. I'm like, listen, I joined up. Go to a couple events a year, and you recoup your money. So that's you got to kind of compartmentalize a little bit. It's like, all right, I spent this much on my chamber membership, this much on a sponsorship.
Yep.
If I get 2 jobs out of this, I'm making my money back and then some.
And then some.
So you kind of got to look long term. No one wants to just hand over that check off the bat.
Right, exactly.
I think I've started tugging them back from me a couple times, but then you go to the event and go, oh, well, I got 6 jobs booked at this event and made all these connections that'll get me further jobs. It's worth it every time.
Now, I know we didn't talk about this. I probably should real quickly, Pete, if we have time. So do you go to Morning Brew?
I have not been to morning brew.
But
I'm usually driving the kids to school at that time.
That's right. So
I've seen a lot about it.
But I do want to just give a quick mention about it because it's another opportunity for our chamber members to network in the morning from 8 to 9. It's free to our chamber members. And non-members are supposed to join after a couple meetings that they go to. But it's a great opportunity because not everybody can network at night or go to all these different events that we have. And it's something in the morning, like before you go to work, 8 to 9, it's 1 hour. And they all get their 2 minutes and they all get to meet each other. And they get about 15 to 20 people and they meet twice a month instead of once a month. And it's the second and fourth Thursday from 8 to 9. Right now, Shaker Farms Country Club, I'll give a shout out to them. They're hosting us right now for providing the meeting room. So that's another great opportunity. But I know you knew about it.
So I have a question then. So for businesses like me, like I'm busy in the mornings. I have a hard time making it. And I know some other business owners are in the same thing. Can they send representatives or an employee on behalf of their company?
Yes, because every employee of your company...
Automation system kicked in.
I'm awake.
That woke me up. Every employee of your company is a chamber member if you belong to the chamber.
That's good. And I think it gives people an opportunity to meet other people within the business in their community. So it's a good idea.
So I want to thank you again for being our guest.
Oh, thanks for having me.
Wade Ribist,
J-Dog,
junk removal and hauling.
There we are. All right.
Pete, thanks again. We'll see you next month.
Thanks, Pete.
Live from the campus of Westfield State University.